Okay, so I hope you can see my Word file as well as an Excel, both the things, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you for the confirmation. So we'll see about chapter 5, group insurance. So group insurance, what is group insurance? So it's a simple, most of you have seen already because everybody working in a corporate office. So they will have medical insurance for you on. It's a group insurance. Some companies will have term insurance also on every employees. That is called group term insurance. So group insurance is you are just combining multiple people together and forming one insurance contract. It is not multiple insurance contract. So it is a group of people under one contract. It is a single unit. So why we need to do so? So this group insurance has a lot of advantages. Basically, when you have a group of people, that means like you don't want to give individual policies for each and every person. So the administrative charges is getting reduced. And the policy, processing time for each and every person is getting reduced. So a lot of people, same group of people or same age group of people or people with the same profession are grouped together. So the adverse selection, anti-selection, that means some person who is having a worst medical condition taking a policy is getting reduced. The time of taking a policy is getting reduced. And the amount that you are spending on policy administrative charges, it's getting reduced. It's because it is a single policy. So there are a lot of, advantages in doing a group insurance. That's why like they are forming group insurance. So group insurance covers a group as a single unit. It is a single unit. Okay. So, if it is taken by an employer, then that employer will be the policy holder, master policy holder. The master copy of the contract will be given to the master policy holder. For example, in our company, Adams Bridge, if the MD or the CEO will have this master copy, or the HR person who is taking that policy will have the master copy, and each and every members they will list out in the master copy, and this person will receive a certificate of insurance, COI. That means they will receive a kind of a card where it is mentioned like you have been insured for this much amount, these are the policy benefits, like that they will receive, each person will receive a certificate. That is not the policy copy, that is certificate copy. So it will have only one master policy copy. So that will be there with the employee who is the policy owner. So the cover is defined uniformly. As I told you, it is one of the best advantages. It has best advantages because, if 100 people taking different sum assured, one person is taking 1,000, one person is taking for 50,000, another person is taking for 1 lakh insurance. These are all like, multiple face amount taken by multiple people will have a lot of administrative issues. So under this policy, it is uniform. Cover is uniform. They will select, although like, you know, there may be demarcation in terms of levels. Maybe managers will get some additional benefit, or the senior managers or directors will get additional benefits. But the simple formula they will keep is multiple of salaries. If you're getting 10,000, I will get 10 times of your salary as sum assured. Simple. They're not going to change it. By this way, they are fixing the amount. The insurance company is fixing the face amount. That person who is the member of that policy cannot go and change it. So likewise, the anti-selection. Anti-selection is an unhealthy person taking more insurance coverage. That anti-selection is getting rejected because you cannot choose the policy term. The employer will choose the policy amount. Okay. Any questions so far? So group insurance planned are renewed every year. It is not a long-term plan like 10 years, 20 years. First year they will put for 1 year. After 1 year, they will go back and see all the claims. They will visit and they will change the risk and they will change the premium and they will renew it every year. It is not every year premium. It is renewal itself every year. They can change anything. Okay. So that is called annual renewable date. There will be annual renewable date where they renew every year. The best advantage is no medical checkup. If you're going for individual life insurance policy, they will do medical checkup because they want to know what disease you have. If you're going for a group insurance, they won't do medical checkup for all the 100 people or 100 employees or the 1,000 employees. That is very costly for the insurance team. They will go with the law of large numbers. Law of large number means, see, all the employees are coming to office. That means they are not disabled. Okay. So when a manager is interviewing and selecting that person, he would have checked all the criterias like, he should be physically fit to attend the work. He does not having any major disabilities. He is not having any mental disabilities. Or he is not having any kind of memory related issues. So basically, in terms of knowledge as well as in terms of that person's health, they would have identified in the interview itself. After the interview only the person is going to the job. So person who is continuously working in a job, that means the person is healthy, basically. No major issue. Maybe like there may be some minor issues, but no major health issues. If they are insuring 100 people, not 100 people is going to be very sick. That is law of large number. Maybe one or two people will resign the job because they may be sick. Okay. And they may be, uh, you know, if they are resigning the job, they are going to move out of the insurance contract. The group insurance is not going to cover resigned staff. So automatically a person is unhealthy if they are moving out of the resigning the job, moving out of the office. You are going to get rid of them. So it is there is no worst uh, worst claim for the insurance company. So they are actively at work. That means they are healthy. If they are unhealthy, definitely they are going to resign, and it is going to be positive for the insurance company. And the employees would have done some screening test. Usually people will do, no? In here also we have done in office annual health checkups. They will do eye checkups, dental checkups, skin checkups, all these things they will do. That means they want the employee to keep healthy. So any disease or disorder they want to identify at the earliest and they want to get treated. And no individual would join an organization just to avail the insurance cover. Nobody will come. If they want insurance, they will go and apply insurance. Definitely, a unhealthy person is not going to join a company just for insurance. So these are all the positive points. So underwriting is not needed. Underwriting is needed only for the people, only for the person who is going and applying insurance individually. So as a group, when we are doing, there are a lot of positive points like activity at work, employer screening, and you know the employee is going to unhealthy employees is going to resign, and just they are not going to join just to avail insurance. So with this positive points, they say there is no medical checkup is needed. This is one of the positive point of the group insurance policy. And group insurance schemes require a single administrative body. I told no administrative cost is very low. So one policy, only one or two members needed to for the administration. Maybe on the HR side, sorry, there may be one person who takes care of everything. Somebody will join, new joiners in between. So that administrative person has to add this person in the insurance. And there may be people leaving. So that administrative person has to be the in charge to remove that person from the policy. So this is the basic administration. So this administration can be done from the HRN in the office itself. So it is very simple for administration. Any questions so far? Importance of group insurance?
Nobody.
Great. So eligibility of group insurance. So it's not everybody can take group insurance. Group should be formed. It should be anonymous group. Like it should be a group where there is no intention of taking an insurance. Basically, they should not form a group by having an intention of taking an insurance. For example, 10 unhealthy people, if 10% with cardiac disorder, they are forming themselves a group and they are taking an insurance means that is a negative, that will have a negative effect on the insurance company because they are all going to have one or other major health issues and they are going to die at some time. So so they have strict criteria who can take a group insurance. Employer employee, like if you are running a company, you are an employer, you can take for the entire group of your people. So minimum they are setting it is 15 to 20 employees should be there because below that it will be again no use for the insurance company. The profit will be very less. So they are setting a minimum group, minimum 15 to 20 employees should be there. So employer employee group, professional associations. There are associations. Even we have for AIU, Association of Indian Underwriters. So underwriter association, they can take insurance for all the underwriting members. Doctors, they can take, for their, if we have Tamil Nadu Medical Council, they can take all the, policy, a group policy for all the doctors under them, for their members. Engineers, lawyers, chartered accountants, etc. It is not limited to anybody. I'm not saying any profession but this profession, it should not be formed in the intention of taking an insurance. It should be a normal association for some other purpose, but also they want to secure the members' health. So in that intention, they are going to take it. Cooperative societies, members of cooperative societies, they can take insurance. Credit debitors, bank. So bank, there may be a lot of people who has taken loan on the bank, um, loan in the bank. So the bank want to secure the loan. If somebody who has taken a loan who have died, they are not going to repay the amount. So it is a loss for the bank. So bank can take loan on a group policy on the people who is taking loan with the bank to cover up their outstanding amount. So this is the eligibility group. So benefits of group insurance. So initially we have seen the importance, now benefits. So benefits, it's very affordable. Affordable. Affordable in the sense, if you go for individual policy, they will charge around, for example, if you're going for 5 lakh health insurance policy, they'll charge around 10,000 rupees. But in group insurance, when you are insuring for 1,000 people or 2,000 people, it will be very cheap if you divide by rate. They are not going to pay for individual head. They are going to pay like for 1,000 people, they will say, okay, pay some 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so that is the charge. If you divide 5 lakh by 5,000, it will come around 1,000 rupees. It will be very cheap if you see compare with the individual policies. Low administrative cost. It is cheap because it has low administrative cost. They are going to cover only the risk. The administrative cost and it's not going to add. There will be no ad cost, selling cost, brokerage cost. All this cost will be very minimal because you cannot see group insurance policy advertised in a TV or a website and all. It is a company, like company, they will approach directly the insurance company. The insurance company, they will send an agent directly. Done. Simple. So low administrative cost. Even with individuals with health conditions, like some people, they may have in some worst health conditions, and they will be still working. But if they go and apply for insurance individually, they would have rejected. But in group insurance, since they are covering group, these people also get covered automatically. They will get covered automatically, not intentionally covering an unhealthy person. They are getting covered automatically. So even if they are not going to get insurance outside, within the company, they are going to get it. So for the corporate, the company, there will be tax exemptions for the premiums paid. So group insurance schemes. We'll see the type. So as I told, there is group term insurance. Group term insurances, we have seen no term insurance type of policies. What is term insurance? Anyone?
Death cover packages.
What is it?
Death cover.
Death cover. Death ஆனா கொடுக்குறது. It covers only death. Term insurance. Okay. Endowment policy, it covers when the people is in, if the person is alive. Opposite to that. So group term means group death cover. They are covering 100 people for death. If something happens to that person, if within the group, any one person died because of something, the insurance is going to pay for the beneficiary. The beneficiary will be the employer who is taking the policy. That beneficiary can pay it. The company, they can collect money from the insurance company, and they can give it to the family of that member. Okay, that family of the member cannot be directly be mentioned as a beneficiary. In your company also, if you have term insurance, they wouldn't ask for beneficiary and all. If you're going for separate insurance only, they will ask for beneficiary. Okay, so the term, it is only 1 year. It should be renewed annually. The master policy will be with the employee, and certificate of insurance will be with each member. So sum assured, they will keep multiple of annual salary or as per designation or grade. So premium is paid by the employer. It is not by the employee. So this is called non-contributory. Okay. So we have one more also, contributory. Contributory means employee pays 50%, employer pays 50% of the premium. And the premium charges depends on what is the size of the group, whether it is 50, 100, 200, age distribution. Average age, they will check the average age of, if you are insuring 100 people, they will check the average age. If it is low, like 25 is the average age, the premium will be very less. If it is 35, premium will be little more. 45, more than that. So employees, how many employees annually they are getting retired or getting resigned or left, and how many people are getting entered. So all these things they will check, and that will decide the premium. Next we have group gratuity scheme. So group gratuity is, everybody knows gratuity. What is gratuity? Gratuity is a statutory benefit. Statutory benefit means the government has given a rule. If an employee is working with you for minimum 5 years, and when they are leaving, you should give some lump sum amount. That lump sum amount is called gratuity. Okay, so this gratuity is paid by the employer to the employee if they are leaving, or if the person is dead after 5 years continuously working with that same employer. This is under the Gratuity Act 1972. So the maximum is 20 lakhs at present. The maximum gratuity benefit is 20 lakhs. So the employer interest fund. Okay. So these are all you already know about gratuity. I'm going to, not read line by line, just going to cover the important points. Okay. So what they will do is, the employer, instead of, if each and every person is leaving after 5 years, that is a big burden for the employer to pay, the employees a lump sum amount each and every year after 5 years. For example, after sixth year, 10 people are leaving. So each person 1 lakh they need to pay. So 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs is gone. So seventh year, 20 people are leaving. Again, each person we need to pay 1 lakh, 20, again 20 lakhs is gone. So these are all like unnecessary expenses for the employer. But government said you should pay the gratuity. For that, the employer will take insurance with some insurance company. And then the insurance company's role is to give the gratuity amount to the person who is leaving, or if the person is dead during employment after 5 years, or if he's resigning and leaving. Okay. So everything the insurance company will take care. For that, every year the employer will pay some amount as a fund to the insurance company to take care of this all this funding activity, administrative work, everything. So this is called group gratuity scheme or group policy account. The insurer they will collect the risk premium to cover the death benefit during the policy term. They take that premium from the employer. On premature death of the employee, the gratuity of year of service, additional sum assured, all will be paid to the nominee. Nominee is the person, maybe who they have mentioned. Example like maybe spouse, if not married, parents or children, whoever it is. So this insurance company, they uses the actuaries to estimate this one. So actuaries are the real person to estimate how much amount they are going to pay as a benefit. Superannuation. Superannuation is pension. Okay. Annuity, superannuation, all are pension schemes. So like gratuity, pension scheme is also a big burden for the employer. So employer want to do some good things for the employees. So, but it is a very big activity to maintain the pension fund and to invest that fund in some other share market and to give the benefit to the employees after they are resigning. After resigning means 58, they are resigning. The employee may be alive for 75 years or 80 years also. So till that 25 plus years, the employer need to take care of all these pensions that they need to pay from their hand to the employee. This is very tedious task. Okay, so that administration is not easy to take care of that pension. For that, what they will do is they will give it to the specialist. Who's the specialist here? Insurance company. There are insurance company who takes care of group superannuation schemes. These pension funds. Simple. Each year, the employer, they will pay some premium, 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 1 crore or 2 crore to that insurance company. And they will say, I am going to pay you premium. You are going to simply take care of all pensions. I'm not going to get involved. If they are resigning, I will give the data. They have resigned. And that means you take care of all the payments directly to them. I'm not going to get involved, but I am going to pay a lump sum amount to you directly as a premium. So this is called group superannuation scheme. There is two methods. One is benefit method, defined benefit, defined contribution. Defined benefit. The benefit is defined. For example, if an employee is leaving, they will define the benefit. Okay, for you 10,000 is the pension. I will pay every month 10,000 rupees. Okay, so this is defined benefit. Contribution is different. This is defined contribution. Defined contribution is they will define the contribution. Here, both the employee and the employer, they will contribute. For example, 10,000 rupees, they are saying as a premium. So 5,000 rupees will be paid by employer and 5,000 rupees will be paid by the employee. So this 10,000 rupees, they will deposit with the insurance company. But this is the fixed contribution amount. Okay. they are paying premium as 10,000, not pension as 10,000. They are paying premium as 10,000 and they are asking them to invest somewhere. Now I am age 30. I'm investing for 10,000 rupees, but you need to keep it and invested that somewhere, and you can pay the benefit after my age of 55. At that time, the pension will differ according to the amount or the interest they are gaining, okay, from the share market. So this is called defined contribution scheme. So pension is not fixed. Pension will change. 10,000 we are depositing. The pension, 1 month pension will be 12,000. Next month pension will be 11,000. After that, it will be 15,000. It all depends upon the share market returns. The insurer manages the fund and declares the interest annually. Okay, so they manage the fund. So defined benefit scheme, fixed pension. Defined contribution scheme, defined premium, not the pension. So group leave encashment scheme, the same. Okay, so some company will have encashment. Even our company will have encashment facility. So when a person is leaving, that time all the accumulated paid leaves and all will be encashed to that person. Okay, we don't know like how much amount they need to encash every year. If the company has 50,000 employees, then it will be very difficult to manage the fund. So for that, they will take a policy with the insurance company. They will tell insurance company that I'm not going to pay the encashment to the people. You need to take care of the encashment. For that, I will pay you premium every year. You take care of the encashment facilities. Sorry. Okay. So this is called group leave and encashment scheme. And we have employee EDLI, employees deposit linked insurance scheme. That is EPFO, Provident Fund, PF. Simple. So that is administered by PF organization, not by IRDA. Okay, so this, whatever the PF that you are depositing, the company is depositing on your behalf. In that PF, there is a insurance scheme. Okay, that insurance scheme will cover all the PF holders. If a person who's having PF, who is having an account in the Provident Fund, is died, the PF office, they will give up to maximum of 7 lakhs as an insurance cover to that person. So that is a benefit that the government is giving to the people who's having PF account with the government. So this is called employees deposit linked insurance scheme. Maximum is 7 lakh and it depends upon the amount of PF that you have invested. Okay. Simple chapter, just half an hour. Any questions so far?